In this next Maya Basics Essential video, I'm going to show you the difference between the outliner and the hypergraph and show you kind of how to navigate between the two. This is a part one. Part two will be how to group and parent using both of these views. Okay, I have a very simple sphere here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to split my view using one of my presets here. I have a preset that's perspective outliner, and what I'm going to have here is the sphere, and this right here is called the outliner. This is kind of like a table of contents. It shows you all the pieces that you have within your scene. This is really nice when you want to quickly find your items. Let's move this cube out of the way. So I have a sphere and a cube. You can see if I just click once or twice, here we'll click on each item there, you can quickly select between the two. If you double click, you can rename. So I'll call this box, and I'll call the other one the sphere ball. So you can see I can very quickly select between the two. If I want to select both of them, I can press Shift to select both. And let's say I had all these things selected and I didn't want the box, I can press Control to select it, and that'll deselect or select, whichever. It'll kind of toggle it back and forth. All right. How is that different from the hypergraph? Well, let me show you. I'm going to go down here and I'll change this to the hypergraph, which is in the southern area of your hotbox. So here is the hypergraph, and you notice I have two nodes. Actually, I'm going to split this lengthwise. A little bit easier to see, I think. So I'm going to split it like this. So I'll just change this. You can also change it from the panels. It's a hypergraph. All right, much nicer. So here's, I have the ball and the box, and right now these are locked. So if I want to move this, I really just can't pick them up and move them. To unlock them, there's a button right here, just called Freeform. If you click it, now you can actually pick these guys up and reorder them however you want. So now I got the box on this side, ball over here. The order of these doesn't matter. What I like about this view is it actually shows me all of the things that are connected to make this sphere. What do you think is connected? Well, let me show you the nodes. That's what this button right here does. Go up and downstream connections. Click it and watch what happens. All right, now we actually see a few new nodes here. We have the Make NURBS Sphere node, which we've seen that before in the channel box. This is the actual node that when you go up here and you create a sphere and you go to this box, all the stuff that you put in here, that's what this node becomes. Next, you go into a shape node. This node controls all the CVs. And then lastly, that gets plugged into an initial shading group node. That's how you can actually see what this object looks like. You actually have a material. That's what this guy does. This node is kind of the big daddy of them all. It's the translate node that everything is plugged into. So you can see this is what all belongs into this area. How do you move around in this view? Just like you do any other view. You can Alt middle click and drag. You can dolly in and out. So if you want to get a close-up of a couple of pieces, you can quickly jump in like that. You can change this back to an organized view. So let's go back to the very beginning, which is scene hierarchy. That goes back to the full scene. So you have scene hierarchy, you have showing up and downstream connections, and you also have this button which organizes them all back together nice and neat. All right, the last thing I'd like to show you is the bookmark. Oh, I love this, especially when working on a big scene. Let's say we're looking at the ball right now. Well, what we can do is hit this little bookmark icon. Oops, this one right here. And I accidentally hit it a couple times, so I made some bookmarks there. So let me throw these away, and I'll show you how to make a bookmark. Go up to this view, and you hit that button right there, which is creates a bookmark. Now, you don't have to be in this editor, so I just wanted to show you this editor. Come over here and hit a bookmark there, and let's say we want to look at them in this size. Okay, so I have 3 bookmarks now. Watch what happens when I click on any of these bookmarks. I can quickly jump back and forth into my views. This is so useful when working. You can delete them at any time, and one of the things that I like is you can rename these at any time. So this may be a full view. That way when I am working and I need a full view, I can just click on that and kind of get right into the areas that I want. I hope these are very helpful to you. I know I use these all the time.